In last lecture, we see two properties of element, that are the valency and atomic size of the element. Now we see the next property of the element, that is the metallic and non-metallic character. See third period of the periodic table, the elements in the third period, and classify them in metals and non-metals. When we observe the periodic table, we see on which side of the table there are the metals and on which side there are non-metals, that is the left or right side. It is seen that the metallic elements like sodium, magnesium are towards the left. The non-metallic elements like sulfur and chlorine are towards the right. That means in the period there are metals on the left side and non-metals are on the right side of the period. The metallurgy element silicon lies in between these two types. Silicon is a metallurgy element and it is between the metal and non-metal. A similar pattern is also observed in the other periods. It means that in whole periodic table, in every period, this type of pattern are seen. That is, on left side there are metals, on right side there are non-metals, and in between them there are metalloids. It is seen that the zigzag line separates the metals from non-metals in the periodic table. See the figure number 2.10. You can observe this. Elements appear to have arranged in such a way that metals are on the left side of this line, non-metals are on the right side of this line, and metalloids are along the border of this line. How does this happen? We have to understand how this is possible. Let us compare the characteristics of chemical properties of metals and non-metals. It is seen from the chemical formula of simple ionic compounds that the cation in them is formed from a metal, and while the anion formed from the non-metal. Cation means a positive charged ion and anion means the negatively charged ion. Cations are formed from the metals and anions are formed from the non-metal. From this it is understood that metal atoms have a tendency to form a cation by losing its valence electron. Metals always lose electrons, so they become positive charged ion, that is the cation. This property is called as the electropositivity of the element. On the other hand, an atom of a non-metal has a tendency to form an anion by accepting electrons from outside into the valence shell. Non-metals accept electrons from other elements, therefore there is a negative charge on the ions. It is called as the anion. We have already seen that ions have a stable electronic configuration of a noble gas, means their octet state is completed, so they have a stable electronic configuration like the noble gas. Then how we decide how many electrons they lose or how many electrons they gain, we have to study in our next point. All the electrons in any atom are held by the attractive force exerted on them by the positively charged nucleus. Electrons are revolving into the shells, and positive charge is inside the nucleus of the atom. All the electrons in the shell are attracted by the positive charge from the nucleus. Because of their presence, the effective nuclear charge exerting an attractive force on the valence electrons is somewhat less than the actual nuclear charge. Valence electron shell is far away from the nucleus, therefore charge applied on them is less than the actual charge. Thus, the number of valence electrons in metals is small, that is from 1 to 3, and also the effective nuclear charge exerting on them is also less. Therefore, they have tendency to lose the valence electrons to form cations. Having a stable noble gas configuration, this tendency of an element is called as the electropositivity in the metallic character of that element. Now see next property. The period tends in the metallic character of elements in early understood from their position in the modern periodic table. Let us first consider the metallic character of the element belonging to the same group. While going down, a new shell gets added. When we consider a group, we see how metallic and non-metallic characters are inside the period. Now we see how they are different in the group. When we go from up to down in a group, how metallic characters are differentiated, see here. While going down a group, a new shell gets added. In every group, there is a new shell is added, therefore valence shell get increased and go far away from the nucleus. resulting in an increase in the distance between the nucleus and the valence electrons. This results in lowering the effective nuclear charge and thereby lowering the attractive force on the valence electrons. As the new shell is added, the distance between the nucleus and the valence electrons also get increased, and therefore their charge also get decreased, and this results in lowering the effective nuclear charge and thereby lowering the attractive force on the valence electrons. As a result of this, the tendency of the atom to lose electrons increases. Also, the cumulative shell becomes the outermost shell as on losing valence electrons, and the penetrative shell is a complete octet. Therefore, the resulting cation has a spatial stability. Due to this, the tendency of the atom to lose electrons increases further. The metallic character of an atom is its tendency to lose electrons. Therefore, the following trend is observed. The metallic character of the elements increases while going down the group. While going from left to right within a period, the outermost shell remains the same. However, the positive charge on the nucleus goes on increasing while the atomic radius goes on decreasing, and thus the effective nuclear charge goes on increasing. As a result of this, the tendency of atom to lose valence electrons decreases within a period from left to right. Thus, two factors, namely the increasing nuclear charge and decreasing atomic radius as we go from left to right within a period, are responsible for increasing the effective nuclear charge. Therefore, valence electrons are held with greater and greater attractive force. This is called as the electronegativity of an atom. Due to increasing electronegativity from the left to right within a period, the ability of an atom to become anion by accepting outside electrons goes on increasing. The tendency of an element to form anion or electronegativity is the non-metallic character of an element. Now, we have to remember these points. While going downwards in any group, the electropositivity of elements goes on increasing while their electronegativity goes on decreasing. While going from left to right in any period, the electronegativity of elements goes on increasing while their electropositivity goes on decreasing. And larger the electropositivity or electronegativity of the element, higher the reactivity. Thus, here we see the metallic and non-metallic character of the elements. And our last point from this chapter is gradation in halogen family. The group 17 contains the members of the halogen family. All of them have the general formula X2. A gradation is observed in their physical state down the group. Thus, fluorine and chlorine are gases, bromine is a liquid, while iodine is a solid. Thus, here we complete our second lesson. Points given in the box, that is the internet, my friend, and the last, do you know, these are deleted from the syllabus, so we don't take it. Here we completed our second lesson. Today's homework for you is to solve the exercise given under the lesson. Here we will stop. Thank you.